Hello, my name is Emma. My Little Pony was a staple in not only my childhood and early teens, but also my artistic start. It wasn't until I started drawing these little ponies that I truly started to take illustration seriously. My Little Pony really sparked so many people creatively. Fan art was endless, songs gained virality and are still talked about to this day, but one of the most infamous things that the Brony fandom produced, in my opinion, was fanfictions. Fanfictions proved to be one of the most memorable and popular things out of this enormous blip in fandom history. You had Cupcakes, one of the most popular creepypastas of all time, Fallout Equestria, which was based on the Fallout games, which was unofficially released and published with original artwork and hardback covered books. Crazy. And of course, the fanfiction turned YouTube audio drama that we will focus on today, Bride of Discord. In this video, we will be going over the full 10-part audio drama that had little me on the edge of my seat, waiting eagerly for a new episode to come out, and some of the interesting choices that were made for it. Additionally, as we talk, I will be drawing my own designs of Fluttershy and Discord. Interpretations of characters into something else can be challenging, and that's why I use today's sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is the largest learning community for creatives with thousands of online courses, including illustration, writing, work management, and so much more. I've personally been following the class Break Out of Your Stylistic Rut, How to Improve Your Character Designs by Emulation by Emma Gillette, which really makes you analyze what you like and what you want in your art style by analyzing others, which is something I really want to practice more. Studying other artists is really beneficial to your own artwork because you're learning from people you're inspired by. And that's very interesting to me. And Skillshare's on-demand style allows you to work freely at your own pace without getting left behind. Fall is the perfect time to settle in and learn something new. So if you're interested, I recommend Skillshare. The first 500 people to use my link in the description will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Thank you, Skillshare, and let's get back to the story that propelled the ship and low-key predicted it being canon in the show. This section will be explaining some things that may be unfamiliar to some, as well as a bit of a refresher in these characters / show, as well as the fandom around it. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic was a rebooted show based off the original 1980 toy line. The show was created by Lauren Faust and spanned 9 seasons, and that was not due only to the popularity amongst the young target audience, but also because of the massive audience of adult men who impacted the series to the point the show had no choice but to acknowledge it. Bronies changed a lot about how fandoms were perceived and is one of the first known toxic fandoms to many. But we're not focusing on Bronies today. We're focusing on their fanfiction. And to remind you quickly, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic was a show following 6 main ponies known as the Main 6. You had Twilight Sparkle, Applejack, Rarity, Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash, and Pinkie Pie, as well as the humongous roster of characters surrounding them. Each episode followed them as they navigated problems and tensions amongst themselves, ending neatly in a little bow with a lesson learned. However, the show would deviate from this formula on occasion for a 2-part special either at the beginning or the end of any season, usually introducing a new pony or villain for the crew to meet or fight off. And the show did just that in the first episode of season 2, where we meet Discord, Lord of Chaos. Discord is a reoccurring character who started off as a villain but later had a redemption, as most villains on the show did. In the show, most of the main 6 continued to be standoffish towards Discord, except one. Fluttershy and Discord did end up being best friends, and with that, people started to ship them. Bride of Discord was created very early on in the fandom, but Bronies were a few years in at this point. I think a lot of people were behind the ship, but I honestly think Bride of Discord set this pairing in stone for many, including myself. The story was written by Disney Fanatic 2364 in 2013 and would months later be released in audio form on the creator's YouTube with individual voice actors and all, along with some original artwork to go with. It's a very unique and niche form of media, and a staple in a lot of people's childhoods. Alright, with that all explained, I think that was a good basis for the complete uninitiated viewer, so let's head into Episode 1, titled The Escape, starts off as an introduction explaining how the main six defeated Discord, and what I'm guessing is pretty similar to how the show handled him as well. In the original show, the main six used the elements of harmony, which are these necklaces / crown that each of them wear to magically defeat foes. They've had them since the first episode in the series, and used them for a long time during the show's duration. The six celebrate fighting off Discord, but soon discover that he is in fact missing after they turned him to stone, or so they thought they did.
Oh. Wait a second! Where's Discord?
Don't you know anything, Pinky? We turned him to stone, remember?
I know that, but where's the statue?
The art in the first episode switches back and forth between show screenshots and original work, which is always the wrong ratio. But you know, getting the right ratio is hard. I won't fault them. I struggled with that for too long actually. They all freak out about Discord, and you can really get a sense of all the impressions of the characters, which varies heavily.
Oh, Pinky. It's right over. Hey, where is he?
You're right, where is he? He should be here. Where's he gone?
Oh my goodness. What are we gonna do? Where is he?
He should be right here, this big, giant, grotesque, ugly statue thing. But it's not here.
Most are pretty well done, but the one that stands out to me the most in the first episode is Rainbow Dash, and I guess Applejack.
Taste the rainbow. Then what the heck just happened with the lasers and the rainbow and the glowing eyes and dramatic music coming from nowhere?
Their voice actor's mic is much worse than the rest, which can be kind of jarring at points. I will say though, the person doing Fluttershy did a really good job.
To normal. So what do we do now?
So after the six ponies find out Discord is missing, they go to the princesses for advice and tell them what happened. I was confused by this part at first because the illustrations don't always match up to what's happening in the story, so I couldn't see this transition. We just cut to Pinkie Pie's ramblings, which is something.
And when all the chocolate rain and cotton candy was gone, so was Discord. He wasn't in the statue.
I mean, it would make sense if he turned into a statue, right? Since that's what happened last time, right? And then we thought we had to vaporize some return gas and Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy.
But I can find this kind of thing very forgiving in a first episode of a YouTube series. The quality usually picks up after the creator learns more and more down the line, so it's okay. The series has a very good idea on how the elements of harmony work.
We didn't kill him, did we?
No, it is not in the element's power to do such a deed.
Princess, what do they do exactly? I mean, the elements banished Nightmare Moon to the moon, but then later changed her back to good. Why did they turn Discord to stone? And where is he now?
The element's job is to restore balance to the land. It's complicated.
I do find it funny how Twilight is so concerned that she killed Discord.
We didn't kill him, did we?
Princess Celestia does explain that the elements restore harmony, whatever that may be. They don't kill people, but Discord didn't get turned to stone because he escaped before the elements could have an effect on him. The princess explains that they must wear their elements at all time from this point forward because Discord is still out there and could attack after figuring out what he's going to do. Twilight agrees, but Rainbow Dash is pissed because she wants to fight.
I'm gonna find that punk, give him a piece of my mind. Ow! Watch it!
I think that's very in character for how show Rainbow Dash is, but regardless, they follow what the princess says. Twilight's narration explains that now 3 years have passed. They moved on with their lives and everything seems fine. But as it turns out, they were all wrong. Cue intro. It's so long, but man does this thing have a huge cast. AI could never recreate Bride of Discord. This is all human, baby. So it's 3 years later and the main 6 are heading to Canterlot for the Grand Galloping Gala, which is basically this annual fancy party that is in the original show and is a big deal to these ponies. This time skip also has Twilight's transition into being an alicorn princess, which did happen in the show as well. She used to be a unicorn, but now she has wings and is a princess now, marketable. All of the ponies are doing their part for the Grand Galloping Gala. Fluttershy has her singing birds, Rarity's making dresses, Applejack is selling food, Pinkie Pie's decorating. This creator has a very good grasp on these characters' personalities, and I think does a good job conveying how they are canonically, even if it is a little bit on the nose sometimes.
Wait a second! You're having a baby?
Which is fine. It's a fanfiction. This fanfiction predicts a lot of things that actually happen in the show before it actually does, but thankfully not to what we are introduced to next, very subtly.
You made it!
Back. It's so great to...
How have you been, Rarity?
Oh, you know, the usual.
Doesn't bother asking how I've been.
You okay, Applejack?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
The most unfortunate thing this fanfiction has in it is Applejack's crush on Spike the dragon. Spike is another main character that everyone kind of glosses over for the most part. He's a baby dragon and is basically Twilight's child to some extent. She's had Spike since she was little and taken care of him ever since. I will say, at least in the very beginning of the show, it's a little hard to tell what Spike's age is since we had no other dragons to go off of, but as the show progressed, it was clear that Spike was a baby and is mentioned to be a baby multiple times. So Applejack having a crush on him is something. Spike in the show has a crush on Rarity. When I was younger, I could kind of see Spike and Rarity happen, but as I've gotten older, I realized that it was just a child having a crush on an adult, which is a normal thing that a lot of people go through. I think maybe the fan fiction creators saw this as a good way to have more drama in a love triangle, but Spike is not aged up at all from the show. So it ends up falling flat, and I don't really like this element at all. Also, I want to take a chance to say that every time Spike's voice actor is on, I laugh.
But you can't leave right now. The gala's tomorrow.
It's not a bad Spike impression, it's just his lines just catch me off guard. Later on, Fluttershy is practicing with her birds for the Grand Galloping Gala, and Applejack goes and confronts her about being off lately. Fluttershy reveals that she's been having continuous nightmares about Discord.
It's all in your imagination. Discord's not coming back, and he's certainly not gonna take you away.
Applejack says, "Oh, it'll be okay. He's not gonna come back," and the series ends. Just kidding. Applejack and Fluttershy do have a very good relationship in this fanfiction. I really enjoy watching their dynamic. I feel like it's not explored in the show too often. Applejack rarely gets the spotlight at all in fandom spaces, so it's refreshing to see her character, even if she is focused on one thing almost all the time. Cut to Discord. This is the first instance we see of Discord. I think his voice actor is pretty good. It does get a little grating at some points, but overall, not bad. Discord is plotting from his hideout and is excited to surprise the ponies. Discord is a very mustache-twirling villain in the beginning, but I don't think that's far off from how he actually is in the show. Princess Luna and Princess Celestia get a note from Spike. Spike has the ability to transport messages through breathing his fire. He basically burps the message. The message says that Saddle Arabia is in trouble, nice one, and that the princesses, excluding Twilight, need to be there to help them.
Why didn't they ask me to come?
I'm not sure, but even if they requested all of us, one must stay behind. Twilight, you'll be in charge of everything, including the Grand Galloping Gala.
Me? Rule Equestria?
Twilight is a new princess at this point and is understandably freaked out. You think the princesses would have a better game plan for a situation like this? Like, is Twilight really qualified just because she grew a pair of wings? The princesses leave and the main six discuss a game plan, as well as talk about Fluttershy, who is noticeably struggling. For some reason, Rarity brings up the amount of suitors Fluttershy has.
That's not all that's different about her. You know, she's been receiving an enormous array of gentlecoat callers. Why, nearly every stallion in Ponyville is demanding to take her out.
Romance is never really a focus in the original show. It's either subtly alluded to or done in very small instances with characters you don't see very often. So it's a little surprising every time something like this is blatantly brought up in this fanfiction, at least for me. I mostly brought this part up because it's definitely supposed to allude to something, and I think it's an attempt to jam romance in so it's not jarring later on. I will say one thing this audio drama does really well is music mixing. The creator uses a mixture of scores from the show as well as various Disney movies, and I didn't realize how much Disney movies music evokes a feeling in me because it did change the vibe and it did elevate the quality in a big way. The music matches the emotions of the characters so well, and the transitions between them are phenomenal.
She's gonna faint!
I got her.
Oh, I know. I'm scared too. But don't worry, girls. We can pull this off if we all work together.
Yeehaw! Let's get to it.
Well, what are we standing around here for? We have a dance to prepare. Fluttershy, is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'll go get my birds to practice.
I don't know how they do it. I always struggle with something like that. I know that was kind of a random tangent, but I had to bring that up because it is interesting. Fluttershy's friends decide to try and perk up her confidence by forcing her to sing at the Grand Galloping Gala. If you know anything about Fluttershy, you know her main thing is being shy. She literally hates doing things like this, so why her friends think this is a good idea, I don't know. The three princesses travel to Saddle Arabia, but quickly find out that this is indeed a trap. What? Discord captures the three princesses.
Too late, your highnesses.
And that is the end of the first episode. Let's keep moving on to the next. Episode 2 is titled The Gala, and that title is very fitting because we open right in the midst of the Grand Galloping Gala. There's some dialogue from the orphans that Applejack decided to bring along. I didn't mention this before, but Applejack does volunteer work with them, so she requested that they would come along.
I've never been to the Gala before.
Yay!
Oh, I wish I had a mommy to experience this with.
I think this was to show how the main six brings changes on what's the norm in Equestria, though these characters are never brought up again and seem to be a bit random. Pinkie Pie sings the Pony Pokey, which I think happens in the original episode of the Gala, but this scene is just chaos. I think the crowd was supposed to blend more, but it just sounds like a bunch of people talking over one another. Rainbow Dash arrives, and this is the first time we've seen her since the time skip. She and the Wonderbolts are going to perform for the gala, which I think is very cute and fitting. In this episode, we truly start to see variation in art styles. Multiple different artists worked on the series, and they vary from show accurate like this one and more stylized, which I think is very interesting. I really enjoy all the artwork in this series, and the amount of original designs they had to come up with for clothing. Oh my god. All the outfits in this gala are not outfits the characters wore in the show. It's completely original new clothing for all of them, which is so cool. The difference in art styles is extremely prevalent when you look at the Cutie Mark Crusaders, who are introduced in this episode. The Cutie Mark Crusaders are three little fillies who don't have their cutie marks. They're best friends, and their mission is to get their little butt tattoo.
What do we call ourselves? Blank Bottom Girls.
Cutie Mark Crusaders.
The Tango Trio. Cramming for cutie marks.
Cutie Mark Crusaders.
Blank Finders.
Cutie Mark Crusaders.
Well, who are we crusading against?
Your mom.
My mom is dead.
And in this episode, it's revealed that they did get their cutie marks. And I have to say, I like their cutie marks way more than what the show did with them. In the show, they get their cutie marks way later on, but they're very grouped together. The designs are very similar, and this fanfiction made them more individualized, which I like. I said the change of artwork is prevalent with the girls because some artists were confused on how old they were supposed to be. Like in some shots they seem like teenagers, and then in others they're like little kids. Also, I have to say Sweetie Belle's voice actor is so cute.
I got it at the talent show. We were doing a comedy act, but no pony was laughing. When every pony clapped, I realized that not only do I love singing, but I'm good at it. Then I got my cutie mark.
So Spike wants to dance with Rarity.
You know, Spike, if you want to dance, I could always...
Really? You do that?
Yeah, if you want to.
Can you really convince Rarity to dance with me?
Oh no, Spike, I was actually... I'll do my best.
And Applejack is sad, which is something that happens over and over and over again.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Applejack. What is it?
Look, Rarity, Spike really wants to dance with you.
Spike?
My little dragon friend.
Ah, yes. Princess Twilight's ward,
Yes,
I heard.
yes, that's him. Rarity, you know Spike likes you and all. You really should.
Would you excuse us for a moment, Fancy Pants?
Of course, my dear.
Don't blow this for me.
Rarity is made out to be kind of a bad person in regards to Spike because she rejects him over and over again. Every pairing in this audio drama is straight, which is fine. However, there's a clear lack of male characters to choose from in this show, so every pairing kind of feels like a reach. And that is especially clear with Applejack and Spike. I suppose that there's at least one male character that fits each of the main 6 in the show, but Applejack really never has that except with her friends, and especially with Rainbow Dash.
Are you homosexual?
I know it was like 2013, but I think people were shipping them together at this point, right? I mean, ship what you want to ship, and ships don't have to make sense, but when you're pairing characters up just because they are boy-girl, I find it a little square peg round hole, if that makes sense. Fluttershy is noticeably absent from the party, so Rainbow Dash goes and finds her after Applejack says she's probably in the garden. Fluttershy is practicing her singing and is nervous about performing Adoy. Rainbow Dash finds her and they talk about how she has been really upset because of her nightmares.
Is it those nightmares?
Yes. I can't help it. They just won't go away. And I have a bad feeling that he's going to come back. I'm so scared.
Hey, it was just a dream. You gotta hang loose. This is a party after all.
I personally think Fluttershy is way too scared of Discord for this to be set up as a romance. It's just not a very good start to a romance you're supposed to root for. There's always development to happen, of course, but the development in this fanfiction is more questionable than I remembered it to be. Discord sneaks into the party disguised as a pony and is basically waiting for his chance to pounce, while also roasting the frick out of this party.
So bored!
Bears and gentle colts.
Blah, blah, blah.
Well,
Oh, my
Fluttershy gets announced to sing, and Discord has the awooga humana humana.
tears! What are they all staring at? Heavens above! She's so... No! I'm not going through that again.
He's just immediately attracted to her. Fluttershy and the Cutie Mark Crusaders sing Somebody to Love by Queen, which is the start of a tradition in this series. Every song in this audio drama, which I forgot to mention, is a musical, by the way, is a cover with lyric changes, some bigger than others. It does fit in with the show because every so often there would be an original song within the episode, so I think they were probably just trying to emulate that. It's just funny to hear these already well-established modern songs in the My Little Pony universe.
Can any pony find me? Some pony to love. Some pony, some pony, some pony. Can any pony find
Also,
me?
this transition to a DeviantArt logo is just perfect. truly a different time. Discord says he feels disgusted by her beautiful singing and finally makes his entrance to start chaos again. The voice actor's impression of Discord in this fanfiction is really giving the Grinch, like Jim Carrey's The Grinch. I would say his impression is kind of in between Robbie Rotten from Lazy Town and Jim Carrey's The Grinch.
We're only dancing. My dear Fluttershy, I had no idea you had such a lovely voice. Oh sure, give the pony wings and a crown and suddenly she's better than everyone.
Discord is written really well dialogue-wise. He has some funny little quips that feel really accurate. Discord reveals that he has taken the princesses and threatens that if they try to do anything to stop him, he will, I guess, kill them. That's what he implies, at least.
But if any of you ponies try to stop me, your princesses get it.
Discord returns Equestria to chaos with cotton candy clouds and chocolate milk rain. All the ponies panic and the main six try to make another game plan. They no longer wore their elements of harmony anymore because they didn't think they needed to. It's been 3 years, so they don't have their elements to defeat him apparently. I'm wondering now, why didn't they just go and get them to stop him? The episode ends and we're on to Episode 3, titled The Dilemma, opens with Discord spying on Cheerly and Big Macintosh on a date. This scene is to set up Discord's want for love, which I think is a good thing, and something I rarely see in works like this.
Bet it's sickening. What with their kissy faces and their hoof holding and their intense stares and those passionate embraces. Yeah. Sickening.
You don't sound so convinced.
See the way they look at each other? Why do you suppose no ponies look at us that way?
Like, I feel like a lot of the time we don't see a character's reasonings for why they come up with certain ideas that might seem out of character, so this was refreshing. It seems to be an hour after Discord has released his chaos and so much has already happened. I feel like a week has passed, but no, it's only been like 40 minutes. The main six are trying to plan what they're going to do to stop him. Discord comes back to the castle to cause a little havoc and have another weird moment with Fluttershy.
Now that I think about it, you're not that bad to look at.
I'm not a big fan of helpless woman, scary mean man. Not my thing, but to each their own. Fluttershy does have some agency in the series. It's not like she's completely helpless. Discord mostly came back to discuss a deal to get their princesses back, Twilight's horn because he took Twilight's horn, and him to stop chaos, which is dragged on forever. I don't know. The way Discord explains it just feels like tying up in knots.
The way I see it, you want 3 things from me. Your horn, order in your land, and your princesses.
What is it you want?
For your horn, you will have to make a promise never to use your elements of harmony against me.
What? Why would we make a deal like that?
You want Princess Prissy to get her horn back, right? Tell you what, if any pony fails to keep their end of the bargain, anything goes. Meaning if I go back on my promise, you may do with the elements what you will.
And the other 2 things?
If I were to relieve Equestria of my chaos, well, I'd be quite bored. What can I do? I am the spirit of chaos and disharmony. All I'm asking is a teensy bit of land where I'm free to spread my glorious chaos undisturbed.
That might be possible, and surprisingly reasonable.
What about Cadence?
And Luna.
And Celestia!
What will it take to get them back?
Oh, any pony in there? I said I wanted a bride in exchange for your princesses.
A bride? What would you do with a bride?
What would anyone do with a bride? I'd marry her. You know, spend eternity together, maybe have a few brats and kids.
You'd make a terrible dad.
Oh, shut up.
It's extremely clear that Discord has a physical attraction to Fluttershy, but he doesn't care who steps up to the plate to be his wife. Discord is a little creepo, but that's okay. He is the villain after all. At first, Discord wants his wife to come on her own and gives them 3 days to decide. No one wants to go with him, so it doesn't matter if they come up to the plate or not, it's still messed up. I also find it hard to believe that no one will come up to the plate. I mean, out of millions and millions of ponies, there's gotta be a freak pony out there. I mean, there's gotta be somebody out there who's like, yeah, Discord's hot. Like, where's the freak bobs? Hold on, Discord, I'm getting a call.
Hey man, it's Freak Bob. Thanks for answering. People usually don't answer.
Like I said, Discord does not care who marries him. He literally hits on every single pony.
Either of you willing to accept my proposal? What about you, Celestia? I always thought there was a little something between us.
Indeed. Hatred.
Ouch. How about you, Lulu?
Not even in your dreams. And don't call me Lulu.
And I'm already married, creep.
Hey, can't blame a guy for asking.
I know Discord is set up to be redeemed, but man oh man, are these scenes making it hard for me to want to see him be better. These ponies give Discord land in the Everfree Forest, which I thought was a good idea at first. But then I thought about the creatures who live in the forest, like, they gotta deal with him still. It's kind of messed up. Later on, Fluttershy has another nightmare about Discord, but this time it's different. It's freaky. I'm just kidding. But it's definitely in a more romantic context, but she doesn't like it still. Fluttershy goes for a snack after she can't sleep and bumps into Applejack. Fluttershy reveals that she wants to sacrifice herself for her friends.
Discord will let them go unless some pony takes her place. I think that should be me.
No, you shouldn't. You can't.
Discord will let them go unless some pony takes her place. I think that should be me.
No, you shouldn't. You can't. I'd rather go instead of you.
But you have your family to take care of. Twilight has her crown and shining armor. Rarity has her shop in Sweetie Belle. Rainbow Dash is a Wonderbolt. And Pinkie Pie has her job at Sugar Cube Corner to make every pony smile. I have no pony. No purpose.
What are you talking about? Of course you have a purpose.
Fluttershy has some really deep and heartbreaking dilemmas. It's clear that she has low self-esteem in this, to the point that she feels if she left, it would be okay since she had no purpose to begin with. I feel like I would have liked Discord and Fluttershy's future dynamic more if in the beginning they didn't have such a connection to each other already, because Fluttershy is the most afraid of Discord out of any pony, and Discord is the most attracted to Fluttershy out of any pony. So right off the bat, we're diving into some choppy waters. In the end of the episode, Applejack suggests that they go to someone for advice, and we end on a cliffhanger like every single one. Let's jump into Episode 4, The Decision, starts with Fluttershy and Applejack traveling to see Zecora in the Everfree Forest, who is a canon character. She is often portrayed as wise and gives the ponies advice. She's also one pony who is directly affected by Discord since he lives right next to her now. But I guess she's just got a deal. Applejack brought Fluttershy here because she doesn't want to discuss something like that with her other friends. The main 6 are not always the best in this series. They're kind of oblivious to a lot of things, and Applejack and Fluttershy never go to them for advice, ever. It's crazy. Zecora reads Fluttershy's tea and can see her future.
Well, I think
Fluttershy's thinking of being that bride.
Is that so? You wish to go?
Yes. No. Maybe?
But look, in your future I also see great happiness. And this is if you go with the Draconicus.
What? Give me that. You're not reading this right. How could she possibly be happy with Discord?
He may not be an angel from above, but perhaps all Discord needs is some love.
Zecora then reads Applejack's tea and says that she has conflicting feelings for Spike.
Now, Applejack, shall we see what is in your tea?
Yeah, I'll pass, thank you.
Really? You do not want help alike on your conflicting emotions for Spike?
Now how did you... Come on, Fluttershy. I told you coming here was a waste of time.
Oh god. Applejack rudely leaves, and as they go home, Fluttershy and Applejack have a very cute heart-to-heart.
This is my choice, Applejack. I can take care of myself.
I know you can, sugar. I've seen you face up to a manticore, a full-grown dragon, and a 3-headed dog. But Discord, he's rotten to the core.
Even though Applejack doesn't want Fluttershy to leave, she does support her in the end, which I think is very, very nice. That feeling was destroyed though when Fluttershy confronts Applejack about her crush on Spike, and she says it's just a school pony crush, which does not make me feel better. Fluttershy also asks Applejack if she will not tell the others that she's going to leave. So the next day, Fluttershy leaves without telling anyone and goes to Discord to tell him that she will be his bride. And he laughs in her face.
Who is the lucky mare?
Right here.
Come again.
I will be your bride.
It's because he thinks she's too shy, but that doesn't stop him from making another comment on her appearance.
She is pretty.
Well?
You'll do.
Discord proposes to her, and her friends arrive to try and stop this from happening. Part of the deal includes that Fluttershy won't be able to see her friends ever again and cannot leave the confines of Discord's property, which is really tragic and genuinely made me sad.
There is no other way. If I don't do this, Equestria's doomed forever, and Cadence will never have her baby.
But do you have any idea what this monster might do to you?
He might feed you chocolate bunnies until you get a bellyache! No pony chooses my fate but me.
I'll miss you, Flutters.
I'll miss you too.
I'm gonna miss you so much! Don't forget us, okay? I mean, even though you'll never see us again, don't forget our names. I mean, it's easy to forget some.
At this point in my rewatch, I was feeling less romance and more sadness because the situation is really sad. Discord keeps his end of the bargain and releases the princesses. He teleports him and Fluttershy to their new castle home. I forgot to mention, but he does get Fluttershy an engagement ring, which doesn't make sense for this universe, especially when she has to wear it around her neck. Like, what? Discord shows Fluttershy inside of the castle, which makes her sick to the point that she passes out, and Discord says, "This?
My. She's even lovelier when unconscious."
I'm not waving my Fluttercord flag, guys. No. The episode ends as Discord puts Fluttershy to sleep, and now we'll move on to the halfway point of the series. Episode 5, titled The Gift, is the episode. Everyone was waiting up until this point for some interaction between the main love interest. Let's go! Discord is very eager to get married as soon as possible and has this really weird montage of putting dresses on Fluttershy like she's a doll. Discord, if you haven't noticed by this point, objectifies Fluttershy so much.
Your fiancé is very lucky to have you.
Discord.
Oh wait, that's me!
Discord!
Yes, my dear?
I feel weird saying this about a fan fiction about My Little Pony, but it's so blatant that I had to say something. Discord has feelings for Fluttershy, but it's rarely shown emotionally. It's almost always shown through unwanted comments. Fluttershy reiterates 1,000,000 times in this story that she does not enjoy comments like this, and Discord does not stop it.
Are a knockout! Has any pony ever told you that your eyes shine like stars at night? Or that your hair is as soft as rose petals?
Please stop touching my hair.
Or that your coat is as pale as buttermilk?
Please.
Really,
don't.
my dear, you're simply ravishing.
Please, I really
What?
don't.
Ravishing's not a good enough word? How about stunning? Beautiful?
Stop.
Gorgeous?
Stop.
Alluring?
Stop.
Stop what?
Just stop. Stop touching me and complimenting me.
And it's played off like it's not a big deal and that she just needs to get used to it because he's not saying bad things, he's just complimenting her. Discord is very attentive and generous. He gives her a lot of things and makes sure she's comfortable, though it's not unconditional. If she doesn't give him what he wants or the reaction he wants, he will get angry. But it's forgiving when it's just the beginning of their relationship and, you know, he is the villain. Fluttershy convinces Discord to hold off on the wedding, and Discord agrees, but every night he will ask her if she loves him, and when the answer is yes, they will be married as soon as possible.
First, my question.
Yes?
Do you love me?
What?
I said, do you love me?
No?
So Discord's initial scheme is for Fluttershy to fall in love with him so she would never use her element against him. Not for actual happiness, just for manipulation fun, I guess. And that completely goes against the initial reasoning, I thought. Fluttershy is miserable and stays miserable this whole series because she's not a free person. She's a prisoner. Even if she came at her own will, she literally can't do anything she wants. We go back to the main six struggling after Fluttershy left, and the main six reactions to her being gone is very accurate. It seems like the ponies were kind of mad at Applejack for not telling them about Fluttershy's plans, especially Rainbow Dash.
Ponies will do anything for the ones they love. Discord, love, that's a hoot.
But Applejack reiterates that it was her choice and she can do what she wants. There's a scene of Pinkie Pie being really sad and it makes me so upset.
But what if she gets hurt? What if he won't throw her any birthday parties? What if we never see her again?
I'm not a big fan of this Pinkie Pie impersonator, but oh my god.
But we can't step into Discord's realm. That would break the deal. Who said anything about entering his realm?
Wait, are you going to do what I think you're going to do?
Tonight, I will enter Fluttershy's dreams and see how she is faring.
Oh, thank you, Luna.
Wait just a cotton-picking minute. You can enter dreams?
I am the princess of the night.
How often do you poke into ponies' heads?
Worry not, Applejack. I won't tell any pony.
And that feeling is halted once more. Fluttershy has another Discord nightmare, but this time, Princess Luna saves her in a dream since Princess Luna can visit ponies in their sleep. She basically tells Fluttershy to stay strong. She can't do much because she's not allowed. Fluttershy wakes up and Discord is watching her sleep. We go through a montage of him asking if she loves him, which she always replies no. Discord gets more and more angry as she turns him down, to the point he almost completely disregards his own rule and says they'll get married tomorrow.
You promised yourself to me, and you are going to be my wife, love me or not!
Fine. Marry me then. Don't wait for me to love you, because there's no way in this world that I could ever love a monster like you.
Is that so? Well, let's stop wasting our time then. We'll be married first thing in the morning.
Also, this sexist line.
Go to your room.
You're not my mother.
But I am your future husband, so get used to my orders.
Well, I'm your future wife, so get used to my complaints.
Love that. Discord does feel bad. However, since he made Fluttershy cry, so he goes to Sakura for advice. Man, Sakura has been pushing this plot along, literally carrying it on her back, and honestly, she does not get treated very well.
If you tell any pony about this, I'll turn you into an acorn and feed you to the squirrels.
Alright. Sakura tells Discord to try and cater to her interests instead of showering her with random-ass gifts. And with this newfound information, Discord builds Fluttershy a garden and brings all her animal friends back to her. Discord apologizes and shows her the new addition to their home, which she absolutely loves to the point that she hugs him.
Thank you! This is the most wonderful thing any pony has ever done for me. Thank you! I love it so much! Mr.
Discord, though mean and controlling, is inexperienced in relationships, so the relationship dynamic has the potential of being more even, though in the situation it's never really even. And that sums up episode 5. How about a little check-in? It's only gonna get crazier from here, so buckle up for
that he's in love with rarity, and not with.
The Spark is an episode focused mostly on Fluttershy and Discord as they traverse their new lifestyle, or as Discord keeps Fluttershy isolated, however you want to look at it. I know I'm being a bit harsh on Discord. He does have a soft spot for Fluttershy and does show kindness towards her. It just falls flat a bit when you look at the situation and context, and his blatant disregard for her boundaries, which I guess is written off as okay since he's just complimenting her, as I said. Discord has begun to have real feelings for Fluttershy in this episode, or so we're told. Nothing really changes about how he acts towards her, except we do see more of his inner conflict, which is something I really like.
And why would you even be attracted to this pony? I mean, look at her. Yeah, so? She's just so flawless. There's not an ounce of chaos in her. She's just so perfect.
Discord is the god of chaos, so being fond of someone so perfect would go against his very own beliefs. Fluttershy seems a bit happier now that she has a garden to hang out with her animals, but she's still unhappy since, she will never see anyone she loves again. Also, there's alcohol in this universe, and Fluttershy is sober.
I haven't eaten much today.
Well, it's so lovely this evening. We can eat right here. Care for a drink, my dear?
Oh, no thank you. I don't drink.
I knew that. This is grape juice.
If you say so.
Discord compliments Fluttershy again, and this time she says she likes it. I guess that cancels out all the other times, right?
Don't be so modest, my dear. You're a natural beauty. That's saying a lot, coming from me. So rare I find something in this world so alluring that I did not make myself.
Do you really think I'm beautiful?
More beautiful than rising orange on a rainy chocolate night.
Thanks. I think.
I see that blush, missy. You like it when I call you beautiful, don't you?
Maybe?
Seriously, I would expect some pony like you to be used to such a compliment.
It's not that. It's just that.
Fluttershy alludes to a secret about why she doesn't like to be complimented, and then this happens.
Come on, tell me.
No.
Tell me.
No.
Tell me.
No.
Tell me. Tell me.
No.
Come on, tell me. Oh, tell me.
No.
Tell me.
Stop, please.
Not until you tell me your secret. Tell me.
Okay. I'll tell you. Just let me finish my cake first.
Oh, all right. Hey, what are you? Stop! Nice try, you devious little thing. Let this be a warning to you that I am the tickle torturer here.
I honestly like this scene until he said tickle torturer. Fluttershy does prove in this episode to be warming up to Discord, but I do wish that she would show at least a little attraction to him through this series. There isn't ever a scene where she really seems that interested in him, especially when he does things she doesn't like. And since we don't get a lot of Fluttershy's thoughts or inner conflicts while she's at Discord, other than she misses her old life and friends, which is of course understandable, the relationship feels very one-sided a lot of the time. But I will say this fanfiction does a good job at making you forget how weird the situation is until, tickle torturer snaps you out of that trance. In this episode, we also focus on Spike and Applejack. Unfortunately, Applejack's character is absorbed so much by Spike that by this point, it's really all she talks or thinks about. She just sulks around wishing Spike liked her back, and he is clueless, of course, because he's young and loves Rarity. Spike asks Applejack to help him with his date with Rarity that he's going to ask her out on.
Sweet Apple Acres is the perfect spot.
Oh?
Yeah, but I don't want her knowing we're having a picnic. So I was wondering if you could help me out. Set the place up before Rarity and I get there.
Oh?
And could you also prepare the food? I mean, you're one of the best cooks ever.
Which is so funny because Spike always finds a way to include her in some way throughout the story.
You and Rarity. Don't you think she's a little old for you?
It's just 7 years. It's not like she's old enough to be my mom or anything.
But, maybe you should wait a while before...
Hey, I've waited 3 years. That's plenty enough time for me.
Well, maybe because you're so young, Rarity doesn't...
I may look like a baby, Applejack, but in pony years, I'm practically a teenager. Dragons just happen to age a little slower than ponies.
So, it wouldn't be weird if some pony so much older than you happened to like you a lot?
Like, excuse me? This scene does try to explain the age gap, as I presume the comments were probably filled with questions at this point. So in the story, there's a big age gap between them to the point that Applejack asks Spike himself if it's weird, and Spike says no. So I guess it's okay. And then it happens, the part that caught me so off guard, I screamed.
Oh, Spike. If only you knew what you did to me. On my own, pretending he's beside me.
Saints, go marching in! No. What are you doing? Is there anyone who can actually...
All alone, I walk with him till morning. Without him, I feel his arms around me. And when I'm in distress, I close my eyes and he has saved me.
Yes, full lyric changes to On My Own, Les Miserables. Applejack singing over her unrequited love for Spike the Dragon. It's beautiful. Sometimes I look at things like this and I just go, humans. Parts of this fanfiction hold up extremely well, but then you do have Spike and Applejack relationship, which, you know, just throws it off course in a way that I wasn't prepared for. Applejack goes to Zecora for advice. Zecora needs to send these ponies a bill because she is not a therapist. Applejack finally admits that she loves Spike.
I'm the ultimate modesty, but I lie to his face every single day. I love him, okay? It sounds crazy, but I love him. I know he's a little young, but it's only a 7-year difference. He's all I think about. I love him, Zecora. I love him more than Apple.
Oh my god. I mean, am I overreacting? I don't know. This just makes me so uncomfortable. Zecora tells Applejack to wait until he matures to confess her feelings, which I think was the attempt to brush off the age gap. The thing with age gaps, and especially 7-year ones, is that it's much different when you are a minor versus an adult. You can change so much as you grow up. Yes, Spike's age is vague because dragons age differently to ponies. However, he is a baby canonically and often acts naive in the show and in this fanfiction. I just can't see this ship working unless Applejack is aged down or Spike is aged up. Otherwise, I find it too strange, but you know, that's just me. Fluttershy continues to have nightmares about Discord and explains how they changed over time to him after he asked her to tell him about them.
Fluttershy, tell me.
No.
You tell me this instant, Missy! Fluttershy, I didn't mean...
I think that's very interesting and a good way to show how Discord is trying hard with Fluttershy, even if he does get angry at her a lot. But Fluttershy's perception of Discord never really changes. She's always scared of him. Even if she is being nice to him or seems like she's warming up to him, there's still an underlying fear that's always there and does not go away. Fluttershy asked Discord to stay with her since she says she views him differently than the monster in her dreams. Discord after this takes Fluttershy's stargazing to help her sleep, and I will admit this part is pretty cute. Also, this has some impeccable comedic moments that are accidental, but man.
Beautiful like you. Your eyes.
Also, Discord ruins it by his stupid question.
Do you love me? Check yes or no.
Here you go, my dear. Yes or no, take your pick.
Oh my. I'm sorry,
No, it's fine.
No, I'm really sorry.
And of course she rejects him again, but she says they could be friends, which is a start, but man, this scene was awkward. Anyway, I do like this little end part. It was so cute, like the way he curled around her. Next episode.
No matter what I try, I cannot get that dragging off my mind.
Episode 7, The Mirror, starts off with the old accidentally snuggling after falling asleep next to each other trope, which I will admit I have a soft spot for. Don't look at me. This episode focuses more on the romantic relationship growing with a little montage of activities that they do together. It's very Beauty and the Beast, which this fan fiction is heavily inspired by. And though Fluttershy has fun on all these mini dates, she always is sad at some point because she remembers something that her friend did or something she wants to tell her friends.
He always told me how fun skating was. If only she were here too.
And Discord does feel sympathy towards her, but not really because she misses her friends, just because she's generally sad. Fluttershy does end up telling Discord that she misses her friends. And what does Discord do? Gives her a magic mirror to watch her friends through, which is very heartbreaking. Fluttershy watches through the mirror as Rainbow Dash and Soren, another member of the Wonderbolts, go on their first date. I'll be honest, doesn't have a whole lot of relevance. I think I'm just gonna skip through a lot of this. Rainbow Dash and Soren are a very popular pairing in the fandom, so I can see this one. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care that much. The one relevant thing about this scene is the transition into another song. This time, it is a song from the original show called What My Cutie Mark Is Telling Me, except the lyrics are changed to be about the main six missing Fluttershy. It's not bad, and it does follow the formula of that song.
So refined, charming and handsome too. Although he is good company, I can't help feeling blue. No stallion can help me with what I'm going through. There's something missing in my life, and that something is my dear friend Fluttershy.
Spot the bass that literally every MLP child used. Another thing notable that I think is really in character is Twilight's continued search to get Fluttershy back. She literally doesn't stop trying while the others sort of move on. It's really sweet and something Twilight would probably do for real. The last bit of this episode follows Discord as he struggles with his inner conflict mirror again until he gets angry and breaks the mirror. Fluttershy comes in to help him and says she understands why he took her as a bride because he's lonely.
All creatures have feelings.
Don't waste your pity on me. I'm not one of your fuzzy animals. Though, I will admit, it's nice to have some pony to talk to who's not a conjured up duplicate or an animate reflection. And I'm glad it was you who came to me.
I'm kinda glad too.
I do think this moment is nice, and I enjoy how understanding Fluttershy is regardless of everything. Next.
Where it longs to be!
Episode 8, The Date. We're getting into it now, aren't we? In this episode, we learn some backstory between these two. None of this is canon in the show. I don't think Discord's story is ever explained, but this fanfiction tells us that Discord lived in a land of his own species who all created chaos in their own little area until one day a storm wiped out everyone and he was the only one left when he was a child. He sought shelter and fed himself cotton candy and chocolate milk and was eventually found by Princess Luna and Princess Celestia when they were much younger. This is an attempt to explain why he always does cotton candy clowns and chocolate milk. I think it's cute. I didn't really need an explanation for this because Discord is literally chaos and the things he does doesn't need to make sense, but a little backstory never hurt anyone. In this episode, and subtly in the last episode, Fluttershy does start to show jealousy towards certain things.
Discord, were you in... That is, did you and Celestia...
No. It was nothing like that. I just thought she was a pretty lass.
I'd say this is one of the only things that shows her potential attraction and interest to Discord, though every interaction they have other than Discord's comments seems pretty platonic. Fluttershy likes when Discord strokes her hair, but nothing in this romance feels like it's her choice because it isn't. And I think that's why I struggled so hard to pinpoint why I feel so strange about this relationship. It's because we don't really see Fluttershy's initiation in anything romantic. It's all Discord taking the chance. Yes, there are points where Fluttershy genuinely seems to enjoy Discord's company, but what is her genuine interest versus just trying to survive in this place? I'm reading way too much into this, aren't I? Anyway, the relationship does grow a lot in this episode, and I do find it very sweet that Fluttershy is trying to know Discord more. Fluttershy also explains that she doesn't have parents, and that she, like Discord, was alone at one point because other ponies made fun of her when she was younger, and Discord questions this by asking how a pretty thing like her would get bullied. And again, she asked him to stop complimenting her.
Why does it bother you so much?
Well,
Is there some pony else?
What? No!
Then what's going on?
Back at flight camp, there was this colt. I thought he was really cute, and he said he'd treat me to a milkshake. Well, I showed up at the malt shop, but he wasn't there. I waited for an hour. Then he came in, but he was with his friends. They all started laughing at me.
That's right. She actually thought I wanted to go out with her. Did you tell her she was pretty?
And this is why she can't believe when somebody finds her beautiful or attractive. I think that's all well and good, but at the same time, she does not need a reason to not want to be complimented in this way or constantly sought after by someone. She can just not like it. You know? Anyway, Discord promised he's not lying when he said she's beautiful, and also promises
would never, ever toy with your emotions for my own amusement.
Really?
Not if it meant seeing a frown on that lovely face of yours.
You promise?
I promise.
Yeah, okay. Discord asks Fluttershy again if she loves him, and this time when she says no, he gets upset.
How long do I have to wait?
Discord.
How long? You can't even say a polite no anymore?
Discord, I'm sorry, but...
I'm sorry!
Every time we get somewhere in the relationship, a moment like this happens and it just halts everything. Fluttershy asks for her freedom, and as a happy medium, Discord offers her a date outside of the castle instead. We got a date, y'all. And we get more awooga boing 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 boing.
Are you ready to...
They head off to their date with their cute Beauty and the Beast fits and have a romantic moonlit dinner with a violin to top it off. Anyway, they dance to the Beauty and the Beast theme song, and it's pretty nice. I like this. Princess Luna sees them dancing outside of Discord's barriers, but decides to not do anything because they seem to be having a good time. What? And we get another song! I didn't recognize this song personally, but apparently the original is called Music of the Night from Phantom of the Opera, but again, it's heavily altered, the lyrics are changed, and it's called Chaos of the Night instead.
As you dream a land of splendor, take the chance to...
It's very, very long. They don't cut the songs down, they do the whole thing. Discord makes Fluttershy uncomfortable again.
That was beautiful.
As are you.
I'm tired.
Discord shut the hell up challenge. At the end of their date, Discord asks to kiss Fluttershy, which is very cute.
May I kiss you?
What?
Sorry, I just never kissed any pony before, and since we've gotten to know each other, I thought you wouldn't mind, but I guess I'm overdoing it, and I'll never ask you again, just this once what was that?
But then she does make the comment of,
well, I've never been kissed either, and if I'm never going to meet any pony else in my life, I won't mind. Go ahead.
Which does ruin the mood, I will say. At the end of this episode, Discord realizes that he's fallen in love with Fluttershy. And that's the end of episode 8.
Please have mercy on them.
Episode 9 is one of the longest episodes in the series along with the finale, so let's get this going. Can you believe I thought this video would be under 30 minutes? This episode is Fluttershy's birthday, and what she's still sad about is not seeing her friends. So when it's time for Fluttershy to blow out her birthday candles, she wishes to visit her friends.
It will be my duty to make it come true.
You promise?
Cross my heart. So, what will it be, my sweet?
I wish to visit my friends.
Sweetheart, I thought we talked about this.
No, we haven't. You've been avoiding the topic since I got here. I think it's time we change that.
She begs him, says she will come back if she leaves. Discord is really reluctant, but eventually agrees to have her friends come to his land instead for a party.
Darling, it's been a month now. They've probably forgotten all about you.
How can you say such a thing?
I'm summarizing this very heavily, but there is a lot of manipulation involved with this because Discord really does not want Fluttershy to have any contact with her friends.
But if you never let my friends visit, who are my bridesmaids going to be?
Bridesmaids?
And I promised Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle, and Scootaloo they would be my flower girls, and Spike can be the ring bearer, and, well, we need some pony to perform the service. And Twilight's a princess, so she does have the authority.
Wait, back up. Are you saying...
If you will allow my friends to visit whenever I request, I will let you decide the wedding day. And I won't argue.
You mean it?
Yes, I do.
Oh, then how does... tomorrow sound? You said you wouldn't argue unless you changed your mind about seeing your friends.
No,
So romantic. This part is already Discord going back on his promise to not manipulate her feelings. He has changed a bit, but a lot of the times it only seems like he's changing as a facade to get her to care about him or be happy where she is. And again, this is just something that's not to my taste. Romance like this can exist and you can consume it and have fun with it. I just think it's interesting to analyze these elements as it's something that kind of goes unnoticed if you're uninitiated with this kind of genre. And this is not to say Discord and her don't have cute moments. It's clear that they have chemistry. There was a lot of the times I like their moments together. It's just tainted by a huge power imbalance. Anyway, back to the episode. Discord decides he wants the wedding date to be tomorrow. Fluttershy is unhappy about this because she doesn't love Discord or doesn't know she loves Discord. However you want to interpret it. Discord sent the rest of the main 6A invite and they all show up to party.
Pinky?
You're here! You're alive! You haven't forgotten me, have you? Of course you haven't. I haven't forgotten you! Fluttershy! Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh! I miss you so much!
All the ponies ask her a lot of questions about her situation, and Discord hangs back, which is understandable because her friends don't like him. Discord pushes Fluttershy to tell her friends that the wedding is tomorrow, and when she finally says it, they are all shocked.
So the wedding's tomorrow.
What? Yes! Victory! The Lord of Chaos triumphs! The crowd goes wild! Come on, don't be sore losers.
You're marrying him tomorrow?
Oh, so you've told them! Yes, our big day is tomorrow.
Fluttershy asks to speak to them alone, but of course he listens to their conversation anyway.
That was very rude of you.
Rude? You're marrying that monster tomorrow! How do you expect us to react?
But you know I'm engaged to him.
We didn't think it would happen now! And now you want us to be a part of it?
I thought you'd want to come to my wedding.
Not when it means watching you get married to a monster.
I will say her friends are being really whiny about being a part of the wedding, especially since they were literally never going to see her again before this.
He may have done some horrible things in the past, but that doesn't make him evil. He's just a lonely creature who wants nothing more than for some pony to love him. After all, he's been asking me every single night if
Wait, I know that blush. Fluttershy, are you in love with him?
Applejack knows that blush and asks Fluttershy if she's in love with Discord, which I guess means she is at this point. However, because her friends push her, she ends up blurting this.
I don't want to marry him tomorrow, but you think I have a choice? It was the only way I could convince him to bring you here. And you know what? Who cares? Who cares if the wedding is tomorrow or next year? I made a deal with him, and it's going to happen whether I like it or not.
So you don't...
No! I don't love him! I don't love him! Don't love him! Don't love him!
Honestly, if this was Am I the Asshole Reddit, I'd say everyone sucks here except Fluttershy. Fluttershy runs into her room, upset, and Discord appears visibly angry, and I genuinely got scared. This is scary because Fluttershy has no power in this situation. She's basically walking on eggshells with Discord this whole story, and he's erupting at this point.
You know, you really had me fooled for a moment.
How much did you hear?
Every single word.
You were eavesdropping?
You never intended on falling in love with me, did you? This is all just a business deal to you.
Maybe Fluttershy did mess up, but Discord has literally zero patience when it comes to her making mistakes. When Fluttershy literally has to ignore 1 million things he has done wrong.
How can you not love me? Why do you always listen to those wretched ponies who always have to ruin everything?
Discord, I'm sorry.
I don't blame you.
You don't?
Oh no, you're not the one at fault. You've just fallen victim to the real monsters here. Now listen here, Fluttershy. I've made you happy, right?
Yes.
I've treated you well, have I not?
You have.
I've comforted you, gone out of my way to make you smile, granted you your every wish, yes?
That is correct.
I love you.
You do?
That's right, darling. You don't need your friends. All we need is each other. We'll be together forever. For all eternity.
Together. Forever.
And Discord officially loses me. Making her a husk of herself social stay is so crazy. And this scene as a love confession is so sad. Come on. Rainbow Dash finds Discord hypnotizing Fluttershy and a big old fight scene ensues, and pretty much everyone loses because Discord is an immortal god.
What have you done to Fluttershy?
Oh, she's fine. Just a little brain dead. Right, dear?
Yes, my love.
No!
Brain dead? Brain dead? That's crazy.
Turtle love you.
I said shut up!
Applejack!
Oh my god. Like I said, the comedic moments, man. Fluttershy breaks out of the trance and is mad at Discord. Who would have thunk? Discord ties Fluttershy up and it's time for another song. Let's go. This time, it's Frollo's song from Hunchback of Notre Dame. You know the one the minister sings about his lust towards a woman who hates him and he blames for tempting him? You know that one? Not helping his case, especially since in the end of the song he tries to kill her friends. Fluttershy says she'll stay with him, and for her to prove it, Discord asks for a kiss.
Found another kiss.
Kiss?
In front of...
You said you wouldn't resist.
No! You will not touch her!
That does it!
Rainbow Discord, no!
Fluttershy, are you? Please don't cry.
He broke the fuck out of her back. What the hell? I know Discord didn't mean to hurt Fluttershy, but he meant to hurt her friend that bad, so this instance does snap Discord out of his little evil tangent, and he is apologetic, but this little instance completely ruins anything that has happened before this. In my opinion, you can't come back after. Discord feels so bad, in fact, that he kicks everyone out, including Fluttershy, going off the if you love someone, set it free mentality. This is Discord's one really good first deed, but this one action should not excuse everything he's done, you know? And with that, we're on to the finale.
Full embrace, despite your haunted face.
Episode 10, and this episode is 59 minutes long. This episode follows Discord and Fluttershy as they learn to live apart after living together for a month. Fluttershy already misses Discord and is noticeably depressed. And she was depressed before she met Discord too, which makes it seem like she wasn't truly happy until she had Discord in her life, which is an interesting thing. It's interesting to look at it that way. Applejack is extremely defensive over Fluttershy and Discord as she's in this whole story.
Y'all still don't get it, do y'all?
Applejack, wait!
It's projecting, but what this fanfiction tells us is that you can forgive anything done to you in the name of love. I feel like I'm being hypercritical of these relationship dynamics. I started this off wanting to be more positive or positive as possible, but I can't ignore these major story elements that unfortunately did not age well. The production and the amount of people who worked on this project is impressive, especially for a free YouTube series. This project had blood, sweat, and tears poured into it, and I think that is extremely admirable and something I want to put in my own work. The series inspired me so much when I was a child. I loved it, and if you love it too, I want you to keep your joy. I just find it interesting to look back on something you love so fondly and truly start to see the holes in it. It has so many good elements, they just don't always work together, and that's extremely forgivable. I think it's good to reflect on things that you liked or like, and question and think critically, even if it is a My Little Pony fan fiction. I just had to get that little tangent out before we finish the series up because I want to reiterate this is all in good fun. Anyway, back to the episode. So Fluttershy is traumatized and is in love with Discord. Fluttershy sings a song about Discord and completely forgives him. This is arguably the first time Fluttershy has explicitly shown romantic feelings toward Discord. This is a song from the musical Anastasia. Again, the lyrics are changed to suit the story. Fluttershy has Discord dreams again, but this time Discord dies in the dream. I wish one time in this fanfiction Fluttershy had a romantic dream towards Discord that she was into a little bit and was like, oh, that was weird. Like, you know those dreams you have about somebody that you know and then that dream makes you have a crush on them? That's what I want. Fluttershy goes to Applejack again and talks about her dreams again. The parallel there, I love that. Fluttershy blurts out that she loves Discord.
Oh, I can't deny it anymore. I love him. Despite it all, I love him. I didn't realize it until I saw him dying. It's crazy, but I love him. Do you hear me? I love him!
Applejack confesses her love for Spike.
And how would you know?
Because that's exactly how I felt after Spike saved me from the Timberwolves!
Woohoo, my favorite ship has sailed, guys. Yay! I'm sorry. The main six overhears her big love confession, and though they don't understand her feelings, they still have her back to go to the Everfree Forest with her. As they travel, they unfortunately get attacked by Timberwolves, and oh wow, that's gore of my comfort character. Thankfully, Discord overhears the ruckus and Fluttershy's scream. He swoops in right at the last moment before she can be attacked.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Like a chihuahua!
This is the first instance of animation. I love that. They were wilding out in the last episode, I'll tell you. Discord saves the main six lives, and because of that, they pretty much forgive everything he's done. He also heals Twilight, Rainbow Dash, and Pinkie Pie because they like broke everything. This is the moment Fluttershy finally confesses her love for Discord.
I love you.
Huh?
It's true. It's taken me a long time to realize it, but I love you.
You mean it?
I do. I love you.
But how? I'm not exactly Prince Charming, you know.
I don't care how you look. You're a prince in my eyes.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Fluttershy.
Discord.
I will say though, Rainbow Dash is spitting.
I mean, it's Discord! Discord! Remember? Spirit of chaos and disharmony? Tried to take over Equestria? Twice? Thrice? Nearly forced Fluttershy into marriage and almost killed us? That Discord?
She makes fair points. And even if it is brushed under the rug, at least there was some acknowledgement. We then get a time skip, which I don't like. We never truly see this relationship blossom or see how their dynamic is without all the baggage. We just cut right to their wedding day. I understand it's because this is the bride of Discord. She has to get married to him at the end. The rest of the episode mostly follows ponies getting ready for the wedding and Discord getting cold feet, them having to back him off the edge of the cliff, and Spike suddenly has feelings for Applejack now.
Thank goodness! I'm having a problem with...
He's a year older. He's older, guys. And then the wedding finally happens. And we get some fully animated portions in this, guys. This is so cool and is filled with Easter egg, which is another great touch. I always love stuff like that. They kiss and everyone is disgusted.
I'll kiss.
Woohoo!
Right, bravo!
I didn't get this joke. Like, this is a wedding, guys. They're gonna kiss. And at the reception, Spike and Applejack finally get their little dance.
You mean it?
Sure, if you want to.
Yes.
No. Fluttershy and Discord ride off in their carriage into the sunset, back to their little mansion, and not so subtly set up a sequel, wink wonk, and Emma died. The end. Well, that was a whirlwind. I genuinely didn't want to make a video this long, but I feel I could not give you the full scope of this fanfiction if I didn't explain nearly everything in it, so forgive me. I hope you enjoyed this regardless. This video about broke me, I'm gonna be real. I know other creators have done deep dives on this fanfiction, but I feel I had to put my own 2 cents in. I genuinely enjoyed revisiting this. This creator did not skimp out on content. There's so much content you can consume with this story. And if you want to check it out, if you've never seen this, I recommend. It's a fun little watch. It's clear this fan fiction didn't age the best, but there are very good things about it and good elements that still make it watchable today. And of course, there is the sequel, Daughter of Discord, which I haven't watched in a long time either. If you guys really enjoy this for some reason, I will do it, but only if you really want it, okay? More stuff coming soon, some spooky stuff coming soon later this month, wink wink. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and as always, peace.